Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is I am going to talk about astral projection, my experience. In my last video, I talked about how to do it. But in this video, I am going to talk about my experiences and my encounters while astral projecting, and how I knew it was for real and not it wasn't in my mind made up. So before we begin, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, oh my god, excuse me, a like, and don't forget to subscribe and it. Help your girl out. So let's get started. All right. So once I started learning how to astral project out of my body and stuff, I remember calling on my angels and my spirit guide. The first time I really for real astral projected, I called on my spirit guide, and he was in the form of an owl, in the form of a barn owl. And I remember astral project. It was at night too. I was trying to go to bed, but I was like, I couldn't sleep. So I was like, oh, let me astral project. So I astral projected out of my body, and I saw my spirit guide, and he was there. But he looked like a barn owl, but he was a humanoid shaped barn owl. And I remember looking at him, and I saw him, and immediately I started getting scared because he was humanoid looking, but looked like a barn owl, and it really scared me. And it was crazy because I was seeing all this in my mind's eye. So I was like, why am I being so scared? And I felt the physical sensation of being scared in my physical body as well. So that right there showed me that, okay, something is real. Like, I mean, I was scared. I was like, I don't know why, but I was scared. So me and him, we ended up, I think he morphed into like a regular barn owl because he saw that I was scared. So after that, I asked him, I said, hey, I want to go to Paris. I want to go to the Eiffel Tower, and I want to see what Paris looks like. So we went to Paris, and it was at night. But I think once it's nighttime over here in the United States, I think it's daytime over there. But that's another thing too. When you astral project, daytime and like the time, like I feel like on the astral planes, day and night is different over there. So once I had astral projected, we went to Paris. It was so nice. It was during the nighttime, and I remember seeing lights and stuff. And then I saw this. I don't know why, but I kept seeing a body of water next to the Eiffel Tower, like a big body of water. And I did not. I was like trying to understand like why that kept coming through. But I went with what I was seeing. And so when I got back from my astral projection journey, I went ahead and I Googled the Eiffel Tower. I've never been to France. I've never been to Paris. I've never even been to the Eiffel Tower. So I ended up Googling the Eiffel Tower, and guess what I saw in the Eiffel Tower? There was a big body of water next to the Eiffel Tower. And that's what I saw in my astral projection journey. And I didn't understand why I kept seeing it. So I really was there, and because I kept seeing a big body of water and I didn't understand. And well, I mean, I just thought that was part of the Eiffel Tower, but I didn't know that there was body of water next to the Eiffel Tower. So I was really, really like, whoa, you know? So the second time I went on another astral projection journey was, I want to say, what was the second time? So me and my friends, there was this place, in Davis, California, and there was it's called the Grad. So basically, it's a place where like college students can go salsa dance. It's like a little club, and all you have to be is I think 18 to get in. And it's no longer there anymore. But at the time, it was really fun. Like you go there, you salsa dance, you grab a partner, and you meet someone, and then you start dancing and stuff. Really fun. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. So my friend had invited me at the time. We were gonna go, and I have never been to the Grad before. So I was like, let me see what this place looks like inside, so I kind of know what to expect. So I remember I think it was like I was on my bed, and I remember laying down, and I started looking through. I astral projected, and so I wanted to see what the Grad looked like, and I remember seeing these plants, these tropical plants. They look like these plants like on a coconut tree, and they have like the leaves like on the coconut tree. It was very like tropical looking inside the Grad. And I remember seeing those trees, and I was like, that's so weird. So I kind of forgot about it, so it was like hours later, I met up with my friend, and then we went, and I kind of like forgot about, my experience. astral projecting. So when we get to the grad, you guys, there was these tropical trees inside the grad, and it had like these pine, like it looked like little miniature coconut trees, and it had like the leaves and stuff, exactly like what I envisioned and saw. So I was just like, oh my gosh. So astral projection is very real. There was another time too. So I asked my angels. So at the time I was working with Archangel Michael, and I was working with my guardian angel. So I astral projected again, and I asked them, I said, hey, like, I want to go to the moon. I've never been to the moon before. So I want to go see what's on the moon. So I astral projected out of my body. They were there, and I saw them, and I saw what they looked like. When they were flying, their wings were so huge, and then they had like a little tiny body. It was them, and then their wings grew really huge, and it was supporting them and flying them. So we were off in space floating around, and then we were sitting on the moon, and I saw a spaceship fly. So we were sitting on the moon, and we were just laying there, and we were just I was looking at the view and stuff, and I saw planet Earth, and we saw the Earth off in the distance. And then I saw how Michael was sitting. He was kind of like sitting there with his leg kicked up and, laying down. And so I thought that was really cool. And then my guardian angel was on the other side of me, and we were just, watching the moon and seeing stuff. And then when I saw a silver disc fly by, and I was like, and then they kind of just didn't say anything. So I thought that was really interesting. And so from the information that I have seen, is that people claim to have seen aliens on the moon and on the base and stuff like that. So, and then the next thing that happened was that a black hole had opened up right next to us. And then I immediately like opened my eyes, and then I was back in my body. And so I don't know because I was told that on the moon that there are extraterrestrials, and that they're very sensitive, and they can tell when you're astral projecting on the moon. And that was kind of what I saw. So I don't know if they try to summon a black hole and try to, scare us, or I don't know. So I thought that was really interesting. And I watched a documentary where people were talking about like UFOs and stuff, like NASA, like they have satellites, and that there was a picture of a UFO that the satellite had took a picture of, but then they etched it out and stuff. That NASA like etches it out and then try to act like there's nothing out in space. So I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was crazy that I saw that. So I think that's there from what I know. And then I've gone to other psychics too, and they've told me that when I sleep, I astral project out of my body and stuff. So that I don't really remember like my dreams or remember the places I've been and stuff. But I think it's really cool. Definitely, I want to know your guys' astral projection story times. Leave them in the comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical. Mwah.